if I told you that budgeting isn't boring, and it's actually your secret weapon to building massive wealth through dividends? That's right, you guys. Sexy budget. It's what fuels the dividend snowball, making your investments work harder and faster for you. Most people think budgeting means cutting out all the fun, but I'm here to flip the mindset. A budget isn't about deprivation. It's about designing your money in a way that supports your goals and, honestly, your ability to live your best life, whatever that looks like for you. And if one of your goals is to build passive income through dividends, this is the key to get there faster. So today's video, I'm going to break down exactly how a well-crafted budget helps you maximize your investments, eliminate wasteful spending, and speeds up your path to financial freedom. And don't worry, I'm not cutting out your morning coffee. I'm not making you live your life devoid of anything that brings you joy. I sometimes measure my opportunity costs in hot chocolates, you guys. Others believe in measuring Costco pizzas, but it doesn't mean I'm not drinking a mint hot cocoa from time to time. This is about strategic money moves that allow you to enjoy life while making your money work for you. Money minions, my friends, money minions, building you a compounding machine. Personally, Mr. Hopeful Investor and I loosely followed the Dave Ramsey plan to get ourselves out of debt, with a little bit of rich life principles sprinkled in. And once we were free of our debt payments, we were able to shift our focus on building wealth. That for us was a huge game changer. Love Dave Ramsey or not, there's a lot of great structure in his program, and it was certainly very helpful for us. But Mr. Hopeful and I haven't always been on the same page with saving, spending, investing. Let's be honest, you guys, in most relationships, most partnerships, you've got somebody who's a saver and somebody who's a spender. Guess which one I am? But I will say, in taking this journey together, one of the most eye-opening moments for him was pulling up the Dave Ramsey Retirement Calculator to see how even small amounts invested consistently could add up to hundreds of thousands over time. It was a huge wake-up call for both of us, and because of that, we often come back to this little investment calculator to see when are we going to hit what, right? It's kind of fun. Now, let's debunk a couple of myths together. Myth number one about budgets. Budgeting is restrictive. Now, a lot of people think if you start budgeting, it means you're putting yourself on some kind of financial diet where you just can't enjoy anything, like the hot chocolate or the Costco pizza, whatever your vice is, which now I want to know about. Leave me your vices in the comments. But that couldn't be further from the truth, right? In reality, a budget actually gives you more freedom because it ensures that every dollar is doing something meaningful for you because you get to pick. You design it. It allows you to spend guilt-free on the things that matter while cutting out the junk that doesn't add value to your life. Budget a date night. Budget a vacation. Budget those little trinkets that you want to have arriving from Amazon all the time. But make sure you budget your savings too, your investings. Now, myth number two, investing is only for people with extra cash. Have you ever heard somebody say, well, I'll start investing when I have more money? Well, the problem with that is that without a plan, more money is not happening, you guys. The truth is, investing isn't something that you do after you have the extra money. It's something that you create by managing your money well. Having a strategic budget is going to help you find the extra money that you didn't even know you had, which is going to make it possible for you to start investing right now. Now, how does all this relate to dividend snowballs? There's a connection, I promise. And it's magical. Every dollar you save and invest gets right to work for you. The faster you invest, the faster compound interest kicks in. The sooner your dividends start paying you for doing nothing. The sooner your snowball starts to grow. Now imagine setting up your finances so that in a few years, your money is making you money and you don't even have to lift a finger. This allows you to spend your time with the people who are most important to you, doing the things that bring you the most joy. Let's break it down with some simple math. Let's say you do find an extra $50 a month in your budget and you invest it in a solid dividend stock that yields 4% for you. That's an extra $24 a year in dividends. Now, it doesn't seem like a lot, right, at first, but when you reinvest those dividends and keep adding more, that tiny little snowball starts growing into an avalanche of passive income. Over time, this small tweak can turn into thousands of dollars that you didn't have to work for. If you haven't seen my snowball video yet, I'll link it for you guys. You can take a peek at it because you need to see this. The math, oh, it's mathin', my friends. Now, what is this sexy budget formula that I speak of? Well, the first thing you guys have to do, you have to automate your investing. The single best way to make sure you're actually investing consistently is to automate. Set up automatic transfers from your paycheck or your bank account into your investment account. Treat it like a bill. When you pay yourself first, you don't have to worry about what's left over. Think about all the monthly memberships that you are presently paying for, that you probably forgot you even signed up for. Do you want to finance someone else's future through automations? Or do you want to help your own? Help yourself, you guys. The second step is categorize your spending into 3 different buckets. You've got needs, you've got wants, and wealth. Your needs are things like a roof over your head, whether you rent, have a mortgage, or are so loved by your mom and dad that you still live at home. Also, it includes food and transportation. These are the things that you guys need to live. All of us do. Wants are things like travel, entertainment, eating out, some tulip bulbs that you have winterizing in your refrigerator right now that soon are going to bring you more joy. And then there's your wealth, the money that goes toward investing and building your financial future. The key is to balance these categories intentionally. Step 3 of the sexy budget, you guys. If you have a partner, you have to budget with them. And let's be real, that can cause some tension. But when you band together, it is amazing the progress that you can make if you're working towards a shared goal. Okay, now earlier, I shared with you guys the investment calculator that I love. So let's take a look at it together. We're going to use that Dave Ramsey investment calculator. I'll leave a link for you guys if you want to play with it too. It's super simple to use. And the first thing we have to do is pop in our current age. Now, you guys may not have any idea how old I am. Feel free to leave me a guess along with your vices in the comments below. But let's say I'm 25 years old, which I'm not. And I don't want to work until I'm 67. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like 62 sounds like a good plan, right? Now, if I start with 0 investments, but I'm going to start contributing monthly. Let's say I'm going to try to max out my Roth IRA. The max right now is $7,000 per year. So that means I'd be investing $585 every month, right? And right now I'm going to go with a 10% annual return. So what does that mean? That means in 37 years, my investment could be worth $2.7 million. Does that blow your mind? Your contributions are only $259,000 over the course of that 37 years. That's tremendous. That's a 90% growth. Now let's play the game, right? So 37 years, 2.7. You guys remember that number. Now, what if you can come up with $15 because you're going to cancel that gym membership that you forgot you signed up for? Where does that put us? That $15 over the course of 37 years is close to $70,000, you guys. Now, I promised you exploding dividends. How do we make that happen? Well, this is where you need to take an active role. Don't just take your dividends and spend them, unless you absolutely need them. But if you're 25, you got a lot of time before you might need to retire, reinvest them. That is how you're going to supercharge your compounding growth. Set your dividends in your brokerage account to drip. A dividend reinvestment plan. This means that if you're in $2 in dividends, you're going to purchase a fractional share with those $2, which then will buy you more fractional shares, which compound over time. Now, your other job is to increase your contributions over time. As your income grows, bump up your investments. Even just a little cash each year makes a huge difference. One of the tactics that Mr. Hopeful and I have in place is to pretend we didn't get the raise. I never change the paycheck portion on my budget, even if it goes up. I pretend I'm still making whatever it was I was making prior. This way, we continue to budget and live as we were. And at the end of each month, we've got a nice little surplus beyond our needs, wants, and wealth that we get to allocate for other things, or we can certainly invest more of it if we need to. Your other job, guys, which is really, really important, is research. You need to find companies that pay a dividend, can afford to continue to pay the dividend, but also increase the dividends each year. Budgeting isn't about cutting out the fun. It's about directing your money where it serves you best. When you take control of your spending, you're going to speed up your investing, and that's what gets the dividend snowball rolling. And trust me, small changes today can lead to a massive passive income in the future. Say that 5 times fast. If you're ready to take this even further, I just released a strategy video breaking down exactly how I structure my dividend portfolio for long-term growth. Check it out and start building your own compounding machine today. And if you have a significant other, you have a partner, pull them in, because if you work together, trust me, you can move mountains. And don't forget, what are your vices and how old do you guys think that I am?